Today we have some breaking news. We get to see our first look at Dragon Ball Deliverance Episode 4 Legacies. And not only that, I reached out to Merrick Marimo myself, one of the lead creators for Dragon Ball Deliverance the project, and he has answered some of my questions about this project, some questions that you guys have, and some questions that have been buzzing around the community. So I hope you're seated because Dragon Ball Deliverance is coming and it will knock you down.
Prepare yourself, Dan Saiyan.
The way Dragon Ball Deliverance Episode 3 ended left everything on a cliffhanger. Not only do we have the creation of a new creature that has what we can only assume Gohan's DNA or Gohan himself, but to save Pan and Bulla, we also have the reintroduction, the first look at Piccolo, which is going to be the first time that we are going to be getting this character in action, and he seems to be a tremendous player in the new Dragon Ball Deliverance Episode 4. As you can see right here, here he is right in the front, and we have him backed by the Namekians that are causing all sorts of trouble on the new planet Namek, this being a Namekian-centric story. But today we got the new look at Episode 4 that really makes me excited to see where this story is going. And not only that, I asked Merrick Marimo, the creator, one of the creators actually, some of the questions that I had for this project. Let's go ahead and take a look. The teaser is going to drop on October 22nd, which is in a week, and we got this promotional image showcasing what we can expect not only for the teaser, but for the story. We have this character in the water upside down, but we don't get a really good look at him to see exactly who he is, and of course this is going to be one of my questions for Merrick Marimo for this mini interview. First thing I asked Merrick Marimo was how he got Dragon Ball Deliverance Episode 3 back online. Remember, a year ago or less, Dragon Ball Deliverance Episode 3 was copyrighted by Toei Animation. They took it down when they swept through the internet, taking down all sorts of Dragon Ball content created by us fans that easily fit in the community guidelines and was protected under fair use. But Dragon Ball Deliverance Episode 3 did get taken down, which left the future of the entire series in jeopardy. Merrick Marimo says that we had to keep contesting the claim. At some point, Toei just gave up. They usually try to take down videos, but if you don't submit and keep contesting, they leave you alone. The risk was to risk a court case, but it didn't happen luckily. So essentially what he's saying is that basically fight it, just keep contesting the claim. You keep fighting it, they will not push it forward because that will take legal action from Japan. That's going to cost a lot of money. What they really want is for the clips and the videos to be taken down and for YouTube to uphold it. But if it's different enough and falls under the fair use of YouTube enough, YouTube will basically throw it back onto Japan, onto Shueisha, onto Toei, and put the ball back in their court. And if they want to go ahead and sue, then they can. But again, they usually, if not ever, do this really. As somebody who's gone through this process, they never do, knock on wood. The next thing I asked him was, who is the man in the poster? The man on the poster has two different colors in his hair. The list of potential characters is varied, which honestly, I don't know why I didn't see this before. It's Gotenks. Gotenks was in the last episode and basically got defeated. So we may be seeing his resurrection as a character in this, maybe to see exactly what happens after his defeat or if he's got new transformations hidden up his sleeve. I did want to keep these questions on a non-spoiler basis, and so I asked if Dragon Ball Superhero was going to have any sort of impact on Dragon Ball Deliverance or Gohan and Piccolo specifically. DBS Superhero has no impact on our production except for a little visual homage, which means that there will be some homages to Dragon Ball Superhero, but there won't be anything directing or connecting both of those universes together. Being on the same wavelength, I asked will we see any god forms, and they cannot talk about that, which means to me that yes, more than likely. And lastly, I was actually really curious as to how long we're going to get Dragon Ball Deliverance episodes. We're up to episode 4, and it's been about a few years, almost close to 5 years, if not a little bit more than that we've had these episodes. I mean, there is a huge, tremendous team working on this around the clock, so if we are almost halfway there, I want to know. And yes, Dragon Ball Deliverance will be 12 episodes if we manage to make it there, which means as long as everything goes good, as long as we keep getting the support and the help, and just everybody sticks on board and Toei doesn't drop any more copyright strikes, then yes, we will have 12 episodes, which means with the new episode, episode 4, we're almost close to halfway there on the story, which is really exciting to me because I honestly love this project and I want to see the story actually told and ended. As someone who has not been able to finish a story, I know how frustrating it is to not be able to tell the entire thing. So I'm really glad that the team behind Dragon Ball Deliverance is actually putting in their work and trying to complete this story. So I wanted to say a huge shout out not only to Notorious Luke, who has the videos on his channel, and Merrick Marimo, who is an animator on here, but also the team. Huge shout out to Tom Healthwis, Audie Loki, Out of the Blue, Halion, Xpaz, Krasinski Art, AFK Anima, Alawati 4, Antonio Malara, Mattia Marin, Ascon, Steve Israel, Kill Every Venue, Dan Demers, Reiji, Monty Thompson, Douglas, Hayward, Art Soul, and Majin Blue for making this project come together. I will see you guys when the teaser drops.
Subscribe for more content.